With his iconic white hair, piercing cold gaze, and commanding presence, Lee Marvin became more than simply the difficult man of the silver display. He changed into a legend whose life spread out with surprising twists. From a traumatized sniper at the Pacific battlefield to an Oscar-triumphing celebrity for his dual comedic role in Cat Ballou, 1965, Marvin etched his name indelibly into Hollywood records. However, behind the glimmer of repute lay a lifestyle riddled with turbulence. His tumultuous romantic relationships caused excessive profile proceedings, while substance abuse progressively eroded his health. Lee Marvin's later years have been marked by way of declining fitness, culminating in a sudden heart assault that ended the life of a legend, leaving enthusiasts and audiences with profound remorse. To find the captivating and surprising testimonies of Lee Marvin, from little recognized anecdotes to moments of humor, grit, and tragedy that formed him into a timeless icon. You may not be upset as we delve into the brilliant life of this Hollywood legend. Lee Marvin, born Lamont Waltman, Marvin Jr., on the 19th of February, 1924 in New York City, became the son of Lamont Waltman Marvin, a World War I veteran who served in the Army Corps of Engineers and later became an advertising gov, and Courtney Washington, N.A. David, a style clothier. The Marvin-owned family had deep connections to American records. Lee changed into a first cousin 4 instances removed of General Robert E. Taum. Lee and a second cousin 6 instances eliminated of America first President George Washington. Their lineage additionally traced again to Matthew Marvin Sr., who emigrated from England in 1635 and turned into some of the founders of Hartford, Connecticut. Lee turned into named after Confederate General Robert E. Lee, his 4th cousin through the general's grandparents, Henry Lee II and Lucy Grimes. Despite his distinguished history, Marvin's formative years changed into some distance from privileged. He struggled in school due to ADHD and dyslexia, which made mastering tough. He disliked school and frequently located himself at odds along with his instructors. However, Marvin displayed curiosity and aptitude in other regions. For example, he began getting to know to play the violin at a younger age, a stunning detail given the rugged personality he could later embody. Marvin's teenage years had been marked via rebellion and adventure. He spent most of his free time hunting deer, mountain lions, wild turkeys, and looking and quail inside the untamed desolate tract of the Everglades, an area nevertheless in large part uncharted on the time. This hobby not only provided him with entertainment, but additionally honed his survival instincts and sharpness, features that might live with him at some stage in his existence. He attended numerous faculties, however, became frequently expelled for awful behavior, which includes smoking, skipping magnificence, and fighting. A Christian Socialist boarding school in Powling, New York, Peekskill Military Academy in Peekskill, New York, and St. Leo College Preparatory School, a Catholic college in Florida. These expulsions did no longer dishearten Marvin. Instead, they further reinforced his stubborn and rebellious man or woman. Though he got here from an outstanding family, Lee Marvin's youth became defined with the aid of struggles with getting to know and private conflicts. These formative reports formed his resilient and rebellious personality, laying the basis for the tough, unyielding photograph that would later outline his presence at the silver display screen. Before turning into a Hollywood star, Lee Marvin launched into an amazing journey that took him from the brutal battlefields of battle to the fledgling steps of the stage. In 1942, at simply 18 years vintage, Marvin enlisted in the Marine Corps, ready to fight in World War II. During his provider, he participated in the invasion of 21 islands throughout the Pacific, a grueling and perilous mission. On the 18th of June, 1944, he turned into wounded in movement for the duration of the assault on Mount Tapakau in the Battle of Saipan, an engagement that left maximum of his organization either killed or injured. Marvin sustained injuries from machine gun hearth that severed his sciatic nerve and changed into later shot within the foot by way of a sniper. After over a year of clinical treatment in naval hospitals, Marvin became medically discharged with the rank of private first class. He had formerly held the rank of corporal, however, changed into demoted because of misconduct. For his bravery and dedication, he was offered the Purple Heart at the side of numerous other outstanding medals. His wartime studies no longer only fashioned Marvin's resilient person, however, additionally served as a profound basis for the gritty and true-appearing fashion that would outline his profession. However, Marvin's course to performing commenced with a sudden twist. After his discharge, he worked as a plumber at a community theater in New York. One day, at some point of rehearsals, an actor fell ill and couldn't retain, prompting Marvin to step in as an alternative. That second proved to be a turning point in his life. Standing on degree for the first time, Marvin determined an intense passion for performing. Soon after, he determined to pursue the craft severely, enrolling on the American Theater Wing under the GI Bill, which supplied educational benefits for veterans. Starting his career from scratch, Marvin took on small roles, frequently gambling Army characters, a herbal in shape given his real-life fight experience. His first screen function came in You're in the Navy Now, 1951, where he appeared alongside Jack Warden and Charles Bronson. Though it became a minor component, Marvin speedily caught attention together with his uncooked and commanding presence. He continued to land small roles in various war and Western movies, progressively building a reputation as a promising actor. It changed into fantastic how even small roles started to open doors for him to showcase his skills and gain recognition. With an unintentional but serendipitous start, Lee Marvin's adventure into acting is a testament to the fusion of innate expertise and lifestyle's harsh realities. His unflinching authenticity and rugged demeanor carved a completely unique niche for him, progressively paving the way to greater successes in his profession. From a soldier bearing the scars of conflict to a celebrated Hollywood actor, Lee Marvin constructed a surprising career that stood out now not simplest for his innate expertise, but additionally for his bold picks and iconic roles. With over 100 movies and television appearances for the duration of his career, Marvin hooked up himself as a gifted, distinct actor, willing to take on any project. The defining leap forward of Marvin's profession came in 1965 with Cat Ballou, a unique Western comedy in which he starred alongside Jane Fonda, playing dual roles, Kid Shalene, a bumbling alcoholic gunslinger, and Tim Strawn, a cold-blooded assassin. Marvin showcased his uncommon versatility. His overall performance earned him the Academy Award for Best Actor, making him the first in history to win an Oscar for playing characters in a single movie. In addition, he acquired the Silver Bear on the 1965 Berlin International Film Festival, cementing his place inside the movie industry. Building on this fulfillment, Marvin brought some other standout overall performance as Major Reisman in The Dirty Dozen, 1967. His portrayal of the tough, daring, but deeply complex commander have become one in all his maximum iconic roles, drawing heavily on his personal studies as a Marine. That same year, Marvin bowled over critics with his position as Walker in Point Blank. This cold, complex anti-hero similarly solidified Marvin's popularity as a reputable call in each mainstream and filmmaking circles. Point Blank additionally marked the first collaboration between Marvin and director John Boorman, who credited Marvin with gambling a primary position in shaping the movie's narrative and visual style. However, Marvin's legacy extends beyond his performances to his adventurous spirit and bold decisions. While filming The Wild One, 1953, he learned to ride a motorbike in a quick time to keep away from being overshadowed with the aid of his co-star Marlon Brando. This effort now not simplest greater his performance, however, additionally grew to become Marvin right into a expert desert racer, demonstrating his fearless pursuit of recent challenges. Marvin turned into additionally unafraid to turn down most important roles that did not align with his concepts. He declined the position of Quint in Jaws, unwilling to behave opposite a mechanical shark, and additionally turned down the lead in Patton, refusing to glorify warfare, a mirrored image of his deep anti-war sentiments fashioned after his Army carrier. The 70s noticed Marvin expanding his acting repertoire with a various range of roles. He excelled in films along with Monty Walsh, 1970, Prime Cut, 1972, and The Iceman Cometh, 1973, running along greats like Gene Hackman and Ernest Borgnine. Yet Marvin's career alternatives weren't without controversy. He passed on the function of Pike Bishop in The Wild Bunch to superstar in Paint Your Wagon, 1969, but also sang. Despite his limited making a song capability, Marvin scored a surprising hit with the tune Wonderin' Star,